A fire in your home is the most frightening and deadly event a person may encounter in their lifetime. Each year, fires kill more Americans than all other natural disasters combined. And 80% of those fire deaths occur in residences.
Hello, welcome to this public education announcement. Today we're going to talk about residential fire safety. Fire is a great danger, and very dangerous if it gets out of control. You must get out of your home fast during a fire, but you can stay safe if you plan ahead. Plan a fire escape route with your family, and practice the fire drills at home.
Over 1/4 of all home fires start in the kitchen.
Kitchen fire safety. Watch what you put on the stove. When an electric coil reaches a temperature of 800 degrees and a gas flame goes over 1,000 degrees, your dish towel or pot holder can catch fire at only 400 degrees. So can your bathrobe, apron, or other loose clothing. You should never put anything on the stove you don't want to heat up, and never, ever leave cooking unattended. Also need to clean the exhaust hoods and ducts over the stove regularly, as well as wipe up spilled grease as soon as the surface of the stove is cool. And as you'll see later, you should keep a fire extinguisher mounted nearby, and watch for young children closely while they are in the kitchen, and keep all pot handles pointed towards the back of the stove, and use back burners whenever possible. Never, ever pour water on a grease fire. Scatters a flame and basically explodes. Cover the pan with a lid or close the oven door. Also be aware of wiring and extension cords. In many of the older homes, capacity of the wiring system has not kept pace with today's modern appliances. They get overloaded electrical systems, and that invites fire. Watch for these overload signals. Dimming of the lights when an appliance goes on. Shrinking TV picture as you're watching the television. Also slow heating appliances like a toaster. Fuses blowing frequently. And also check for frayed insulation, damaged cords, loose connections, and loose wall receptacles. These all may contribute to a dangerous situation and start a fire. Now here's a quick tidbit to summarize cooking safety.
Cooking is the most common cause of all house fires in this country. It is also the leading cause of all fire-related injuries occurring in the home. There should also be a fire extinguisher located on every floor of your home, in a location that everyone knows about. ABC class fire extinguishers apply to most hazards in the home. The A portion of the extinguisher takes care of most common ordinary combustibles, like paper. The B portion takes care of grease and oil, and the C portion takes care of electrical fires. Don't forget to check your fire extinguisher contents to make sure it's still loaded at least once or twice a year. They do lose their effectiveness over time, even if they aren't discharged. Do you know how to use a fire extinguisher? Simply use the pass method. Here's what we mean. P, pull the pin. A, aim at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the handle or the trigger. S, sweep at the base of the fire. Make sure that everyone in your family, even the young children, knows how and when to call 911. Getting help quickly in an emergency situation can mean the difference between life and death.
Yet another residential fire hazard is the common clothes dryer. Never put synthetic fibers, plastic, rubber, or foam in your dryer because they retain heat. Clean lint from the screen before and after use. And dryers must be vented to the outside and plugged into its own outlet, as dryers take a lot of power, and if something else is plugged into the outlet, may overload the outlet and cause a fire. Never, ever leave home with the dryer running. Escape routes are essential. An escape route is a way to leave your home quickly and safely during a fire. Plan these escape routes with your family, as I said before, by drawing a floor plan of your home that shows all doors and windows. Find at least 2 ways to exit each room, and then choose a place to meet outside. Whether that's a telephone pole, mailbox, or some kind of other easily accessed spot. Make sure all the windows can be opened from the inside and are not painted shut. An exit route out of the house without an opening a bedroom door is important, without opening a bedroom door. Here's a short clip summarizing fire escapes.
Post the plan in a prominent place where everyone can see it and memorize it. A great time to practice it is the same time you check the batteries in your smoke detectors. Study the fire plan and practice it with your family. Your fire plan will be unique to your residence and should outline all the exits in your home, including the windows, and show a meeting place outside where everyone can gather out of harm's way. Remember, once you've reached your meeting place, never go back into the house.
Doors as exits. The main exit from each room is a door, obviously, but the fire and smoke might be on the other side of the door. So touch the door quickly before you open it. Use the back of your hand. It's more sensitive to heat and allows you to feel temperature easier. Open the door only if it is cool. Keep the door closed if it is hot. And then leave through a different exit if it is hot to the touch. Windows as exits. Another means of exiting a residential building or a house, home, apartment is through a window. A way of escape is known as an egress. A window is another way, besides the door mentioned before, to get out of a dangerous situation, though this needs to be left for a last resort. Plan your escape from high windows carefully. You may need to use an escape ladder, and many manufacturers sell these. Ask an adult to show you how to use an escape ladder before it's time to use one. It may be too late. Use an escape ladder only in an emergency. As said before, it's very important, as this adds danger to the escape. Definition of an emergency would be sudden danger, which a home fire would be considered an emergency. So crawl low in case of a fire. First thing is, don't panic. You gotta crawl low. The smoke and fire sometimes can block all exits from a room. Smoke makes it hard to breathe, so the best thing is to breathe through a cloth and take short, shallow breaths. But air near the floor is clear because smoke rises, so you should stay low under the smoke. Crawl on your hands and knees. When you get to the door, feel like we said before. Open the doors carefully, only after feeling. Remember, being prepared can save your life, so practice this. Here's a real short clip about staying low.
Smoke and darkness can be disorienting, so stay low and place one hand on the wall to help you navigate to a door or window.
Apartment buildings are very unique, as most of them have stairwells. And these are what you must use during a fire in an apartment building. Never use an elevator. Elevators can break during a fire. Stay in your apartment if your fire escape is blocked, and then call the fire department to report where you are. Stay near a window and wait for help. We talked about a meeting place a little bit earlier on your escape routes. You need to choose a meeting place as part of that escape route, and your family should meet at this place as we discussed before. whether that be a mailbox, a tree, or some other easily accessible area. When you're done meeting up, make sure you have accounted for everybody. You can call for help, either by today's day and age with cell phone, but you don't worry about grabbing that on the way out. You can use your neighbor's phone or some passerby. And never go back into your home during a fire once you have escaped. Smoke alarms. Install a smoke alarm on each level of your home or apartment and in every sleeping area. Smoke is responsible for 3 out of every 4 fire-related deaths. Keep smoke alarms dust-free and change batteries at least once a year. These smoke alarms sense smoke and make a loud, audible noise when activated. Some also detect fire and flames, and then there's some that are a combination of both. Your home should have at least one, at the bare minimum. Adults should test these smoke alarms each month so that everybody's aware what they sound like. Be ready to escape if you hear the alarm. Now here's a quick bit on smoke alarms.
There should be smoke detectors in all areas of your home. Make sure that one is installed on each floor and inside each bedroom. Bedroom areas are the second most common place for fires to start. You can cut your risk of dying in a house fire by half by having a working smoke detector. 2/3 of fires that kill children under the age of 5 happen in houses without a working smoke alarm. Smoke detectors save lives. Make sure that you have enough smoke detectors in your home to protect your family.
Fire extinguishers. Learn how to use your fire extinguisher before there's an emergency and it's too late. Keep a fire extinguisher in the kitchen, garage, and workshop. Purchase an ABC type for extinguishing all types of fires. Remember, use the extinguisher on small fires only. If fire is large and out of control, get out immediately and call your fire department.
There should always be a fire extinguisher within reach, say 5 feet of the stove and the fireplace. 5 pound is the recommended size.
Possibly the most important aspect of home fire safety is to practice these fire drills with your family at least twice a year. A good reminder is daylight savings. Whether you change time or not in your state and location, this will remind you to do this twice a year. Gather outside at your meeting place, as we described earlier in this educational video. Your family can stay safe if everybody is prepared.
Practice the plan at various times and under a variety of circumstances, such as after dark. Leave the lights off as you practice. Your home's electricity could be affected by the fire, so you'll need to know your way around your home in the dark.
Here's a quick cartoon video made by FEMA that summarizes a lot of things we talked about today.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Fire Administration. Have 2 ways out. When fire strikes, deadly smoke can fill your home within minutes. That's why the USFA wants you to plan and practice home fire drills. Draw a map of each level of your home showing all doors and windows. Discuss the map with everyone who lives with you. Practice your home fire drill at least twice a year. Make sure all doors and windows that lead outside open easily. Push the smoke alarm button to start the drill. Try feeling your way in the dark or with your eyes closed. Have at least 2 ways out of every room. If your first way out is blocked by fire or smoke, you can use your second way out. If there is smoke, get low and go. Crawl quickly under the smoke to your nearest exit. Close doors behind you and gather at a pre-planned outside meeting place where first responders can see you. Call 911. Remember, get out and stay out. Never go back inside for people, pets, or things. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.